This program is sponsored by Dave Stahl.
Power on. Power on.
It's time to take your place on the starting grid and get ready for Racer Radio. Your host, Dave Stahl, about to take you for a white-knuckled lap around the motorsports industry, covering everything from top-notch national drivers and crew chiefs right down to your local kid racers and racetracks. Watch for the apex, because here comes Racer Radio with Dave Stahl.
All right, folks, welcome to Racer Radio, FM 96.1, AM 1170. The answer. This segment is brought to you by El Cajon Ford, where nobody treats you better than El Cajon Ford. Service and parts is open. You can buy cars online. Just go to elcajonford.com. But the service department is rocking and rolling. They're doing special deals. They're sanitizing. They're doing it all. So make sure you support the folks that support Barona, because nobody does it better than El Cajon Ford. Got Dirt Dude on the line. How you doing, buddy?
I'm hanging in there. How about yourself, Dave?
Oh, not doing too bad. So, have you ever done any iRacing? I know I never have.
Just from, when you do racing at the arcades and stuff
David
like that,
Buster's?
I haven't really sat down and done a whole simulated race.
A little David Buster action? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, you win tickets for that, man.
But doesn't it? I don't know about you, but when I do it, I mean, I get all into it. I can't feel the track and I can't feel the ground, but I mean, I get into it, boy, I tell you. And it irritates the you-know-what out of me when I crash.
Well, that's one of those things, you actually, when you're done racing, you kind of want the feedback. So when that car, you can feel the push in it, or you can feel the back end breaking loose, and you don't really get that in a simulator. But, the more expensive simulators you get, some of them will have that, and they, are pretty much like you're racing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, Brittany just hooked me up with Ryan Winter, who, I mean, geez, this guy, he's up in Placerville. He's got 6 championships, 84 wins. And he's doing iRacing too, and he's been doing it for 3 years, and he loves it. He's got about a $1,600 setup and he uses VR. Have you ever done VR?
That's the goggles, right?
Yeah, that virtual reality. Boy, that's trippy.
Yeah, we for Christmas this year, my company had a game truck show up, and they did VR racing. So that was pretty cool. That's the first time I've done it, where anywhere you look, you're looking around your cockpit, which is one of those things. It's the hardest view you have is like when you do the cockpit view, you don't see the back of the car. You step it back a little bit more so I can actually see the car in front of me. So in the back end, it's like really hanging out and how far the back end is going.
Yeah, I know. And that technology, I don't know if you, little tad bit off the subject, but they're taking VR systems to retirement homes, and they're letting the old folks wear them, and they travel. They go to Africa, they go to Europe, they go to all these places via VR. So they never leave their couch, but yet they get the experience of traveling. It's kind of interesting.
It's the wave of the future. I mean, we're all going to have to do something like that to be entertained, or actually, that is the next advancement of gaming.
Right, and car manufacturers, I just did an interview, it was on earlier today, where Ford Motor Company, because of the pandemic, all the designers can't get together and work on cars, so they've set up VR equipment in each one of the designers' homes, and they're actually working on the new Bronco, and you should see this one VR of this Bronco. Oh my gosh, the thing was unbelievable. If they build it, I will buy it. It's just that simple.
So with all the problems we have now, is that pushing back the release date on that Bronco?
Yes, just a tad.
Well, everything. I mean, even like in our entertainment industry, because I know a lot of people, I have been just binge watching tons of shows. And then you get to the end of the season, you're like, when's the next one going to come out? They're like, you're going to have a year now why everyone is doing anything for this year.
That's right. Yeah, because
the next series or the next season.
Yeah, because nothing's ever live. It's always pre-taped. I never even thought of that. Interesting. Well, I don't watch too many of the series because, I mean, Boardwalk Empire was the last one I watched. So I'm not too hooked on that. That's not too bad. But finding stuff, cleaning out there's tons of stuff that, it always kills me. I see these posts on Facebook where people are literally freaking out because they're alone. And I go, well, you haven't cleaned your room in a while, I'll bet you. You haven't gone through all your shirts and your jackets and your shoes that you've been buying. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I don't know. I have still been working, so I haven't got to that point yet where I am that restless. But I know people that have been sitting home for already a week or two, and they're ready to go out. And I'm like, I'm still sitting in my garage. I got my office in my garage, and I'm looking around going like, if I get a week, I think I could probably take care of this garage, but it's like it hasn't happened yet.
Okay, I got to do an inside story since I know he's not listening. So I asked Paul Dyke, I called him up the other day, owner of El Cajon Ford, and I said, hey, how you doing not driving that race car? Oh, I'm doing all right. How many laps did you do at the dealership? Oh, 10. In the service department. Flying around the service department, he did 10 laps. So...
The funniest thing was I was just out in Alpine on Friday. I had a job out in Alpine. I drove by the dealership, and I was, looking to see if I could see his car, but I didn't see his car in the lot anywhere.
It's tucked back in the back. Hey, you should have hollered. I'd have made you a sandwich. You'd had to stand 6 feet away, and I'd had to throw it at you, but, I would have been happy to.
You could set it down and walk away from it, and I would creep up to it and get it,
See, and I could have told you all the restaurants that would have fed you, and you'd have been happy because we got some good restaurants in Alpine.
Oh, I bet. And they're all probably just waiting, like everyone else, just, having people come in and take care of, helping the small businesses out.
Oh, yeah. My wife and I got plenty of food, just sitting in the freezer and sitting on the shelves, and I'm just eating out as much as I can just to try to help them, stay alive. I mean, it's because it's just crazy out there right now.
Other than work, I've been trying to follow the rules. Yesterday, I actually donated blood, which is one of those things that, everyone still needs to help with. And they were real good about the whole social distancing and mask and everything. And, I talked to my dad, make sure he's doing good, my mom, and I just been trying to keep in contact. Yesterday was supposed to be opening day for the track.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
That was a bad day.
I know. It really was. It really was. I'm still bumming about it. But we're going to come.
I was like, okay, if we would have canceled it on rain or something like that, but to have a nice day and, everyone was still like they want to load their stuff up and go, and it's like, you can't.
It was
do nothing.
And it was beautiful yesterday. It would have been a perfect. Yeah. But you know what? It's going to come back. We're going to be stronger. We're going to be better. And I think, everybody's kind of mumbling and grumbling that the economy is going to be super slow turning around. I don't think so. I think businesses are going to hire back. I think I don't know. We may change our attitude about, going out in public necessarily. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think I'm going to change my attitude too much. I mean, maybe no handshaking. I've never been.
Yeah, the whole social distancing now. I mean, we're learning. It's a whole new world, and no one's really changed since years ago.
Yeah, I know.
It's always been not afraid of anything, and now it's like, okay, well, now you've had time off, and you understand how diseases are transmitted just by being around people. So hopefully people will understand that. I keep my distance from everybody. I like everybody to keep their distance from me. I don't want to be, that kind of person. But if everyone understands the same thing, then, you don't have to worry about it.
Right. No, exactly. I totally agree. And, maybe it'll be for better. But unfortunately, there's not enough people out there following the rules. I was over at the post office the other day, standing on the lines, like they said. And they had a little aisleway that you could walk so you wouldn't, get close to people. This crazy lady gets on the wrong side of the center divider and goes banging along, to the people that were standing in line trying to hold their distance. I don't know, What are you going to do?
I got to say, I'm totally jealous of you. I saw your mask that you had posted on Facebook. Those are pretty cool.
Oh, I could hook you up, dude. It's called High Seat. Huh? Go ahead.
The only one that I was more jealous of was Dave.
Dave Arce.
Dave Arce. Did you see his?
Yeah.
Totally checkered mask. I'm like, oh, that was so cool. That's what I want. A checkered flag mask.
Well, see, I'll hook you up because what I did is I talked to Terrell, who owns High Seas Trading Company, and he sends me shirts every once in a while. And I called him up and I said, hey, you want to take the scraps from shirts and make masks. So he sent me 4 masks that match 4 car shirts that I've got. And he's making them for all the hospitals up there. He's making them for all the doctors' offices. I mean, he's got his whole staff. And he's even working with a group here in San Diego of quilters and sewers, and he's just donating material. So I'll bug him tomorrow and see if he can't make up some checkered flag masks, and I'll hook you up.
That'd be cool. Did you get to go on KUSI this morning and wear your matching combo?
Yes, sir, Bob Rooney. I surely did.
How many comments did you get on that?
Tons. And then, of course, I go to the grocery store because I'm the one that cooks and does all the shopping. So, I'm getting all kinds of comments. But you know what? If you're going to have to do this, then you might as well have fun with it. And, and I'm seeing a lot of people starting to make their own masks, which is something we should be doing all along anyway here in the U.S. is start making stuff here, stuff that you can be proud of. So.
Yeah, especially if you know how to sew. My one daughter that doesn't live in my house anymore, she knows how to sew, and everyone's asking me, "Can you sew?" I'm like, "No." My daughter that did moved out, so I know someone that can sew.
All right, so here's the question: you rebuilt carburetors last week, right? Did they work?
It's still sitting here. I just, for some reason, I haven't got the energy. I haven't got the gumption to go out and do it.
Isn't that funny?
I'm sure it probably does. I've got 2 more to rebuild, but today was a birthday party for my granddaughter, so had a small family get together of close family. So it kept not a big group.
Wait a minute. Granddaughter, how old are you?
I'm older than dirt, man. You know how that goes.
Wow. I thought you were still in your 30s. Oh, my gosh.
The 30s was 30 years ago, probably. At least 20 years ago.
At least, give or take. All right. Now, go in there. Now, I can't say that because I got projects at home that I just can't get out to the shop. I got pegboard. I need to hang pegboard in my tough shed. I've got everything. I just haven't got the gumption to go. So once you figure out how to make yourself do that, you let me know so I can go do my projects.
Well, a couple weeks ago, I got a brand new set of sockets, and I've been waiting to go through my whole socket drawer in my toolbox. I've got to reorganize the whole thing. I finally sat down and did that, pulled all of them out, and redesigned the whole thing and reorganized it. Like, oh man, there's things you want to do and things you don't want to do.
But didn't that make you feel good when you did that? You sit back, right? This is great. And you wonder, how did I ever let it get messy in the first place? But we're not. That's another show.
I kept on coming out to my toolbox just to open the door so I can look at it and be like, look at that toolbox. Look at that drawer. That thing looks great.
Okay, that looked good. I'm going back in the house. All right, buddy. Hey, thanks a lot for calling in. I sure appreciate it. If you're out in the garage, keep this on because John Force is coming up next, and let me tell you, there's nothing crazier than John Force. I love that guy.
I just want to tell everybody, hey, stay safe, stay sane, and we'll let you know when we can go back to racing as soon as we can.
You got it. Stay on the website, BaronaSpeedway.com. Look at it every day, because once they know, you'll know. Thanks, buddy. Be safe.
Have a good one, Dave.
All right, buddy. All right, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to FM 96.1, AM 1170, The Answer.